Today on Castle Talk Radio, I am coming to you guys with a question. Hi, it's Becca. I am going rogue in today's episode. We had something else planned to go live, and this has just been on my mind. Earlier this week, Disney announced that it is doing something a little different with the animation experience that it is starting in Disney's Hollywood Studios. So currently, well, not currently, up until just recently, Animal Kingdom had an animation experience on the conservation station. That is going away and making way for Bluey and some things going on over there. And I was like, it's okay. They are moving the animation experience over Disney Hollywood Studios. It'll probably be similar to what's in California Adventure. And then I believe it was Monday of this week, they put out a video of Josh Gad, who is the voice of Olaf, recording lines for the animation experience that will be coming to Disney's Hollywood Studios. And I don't remember what exactly they're calling this animation academy type thing, but they're going to have an Olaf animatronic doing the show now instead of an actual artist slash animator. And at first I didn't realize they were replacing the animator. I thought Olaf was just going to be like a sidekick in the show. But once I read a little more and realized what was going on, I had all sorts of feelings, and they weren't necessarily good ones. So Disney's flooded us with information recently, right? They announced the new CEO will be Josh D'Amaro, and so they start putting out all these things that people think are positive. But they have a way of putting something not so positive and being able to package it with all these other things. So hopefully you won't care that much. And this is one of those. They announced all these different experiences coming to Disney Hollywood Studios that have to do with animation. But buried in it was this fact that there will no longer be live animators teaching the class. Now, obviously, they can't get Olaf to draw all these different things 100% all the time. So they will have video that they show with different animators showing you how to draw different characters, which is cool. And one of them is the legendary animator that brought us Genie from Aladdin, among other things. But at the same time, it does mean that animators there on site are going to lose their roles at Disney World. And I loved listening to the animators talk and explain the drawing, and they were always super encouraging. I just don't know if a recording, a video recording will have that same effect. And it just got me to thinking about these little changes and how they can make such a difference, and there's such an impact to the experience. And I want to know your thoughts on that. There are so many things that we have seen these little changes in. Of course, trying to come up with one off the top of my head is not working. They're gonna have Olaf and all that, but why couldn't they have both? Why couldn't they have had it where the animatronic is there at the beginning and maybe at the end asking everyone to see their pictures, but still let them have a live animator? It just feels more authentic watching them draw, like, oh yeah, I can do this. Whereas if it's a video, you're kind of like, okay, how many attempts do they get? And you're bringing in the super high, like, actually worked on the movie animators, which in a way is cool, but at the same time, it widens the gap. I believed I could do the animations because there was someone right there in front of me doing it along with me, maybe not being exactly perfect, and it's not edited. And so I felt a connection to that, and it made me believe that I could draw the character as well. Other things that they've announced recently are like the conservation stations become this Bluey experience, right? Will we still get to see the animals in the vet, locations and all of that? Probably, but having it overshadowed by Bluey is um, just not the feel for Animal Kingdom, and Animal Kingdom's my favorite park, guys. Other announcements they also made were good. We had that Monsters Inc. is going to stay open over in California or Disneyland. Monsters Inc. is going to stay open through 2026 into 2027. Lots of little exciting announcements. And then just this little one that's like, oh, but we know you're not going to be super excited about this. So we'll throw it in there. And then right after that, we'll be throwing out the foodie guide for California Adventure Food and Wine Festival or this and that. So I just want to know, what are your feelings on these little changes that Disney makes where it takes out the interaction, or like I said, that it widened the gap for me of feeling like I can draw that character. So I want to know your thoughts and what other little things like that have been tweaked that you notice a big difference in on your Disney vacations. With all of these changes, I just want to highlight that we have some amazing sponsors that keep things like you can rely on them. And that first sponsor is for today's episode, and that is Arise Transportation. If you're flying to Disneyland, they will pick you up from any of the major Disneyland airports and get you to your hotel. It is like a black car service experience. And they'll have car seats for you if you need them, stop at the grocery store, and you can even borrow a stroller for your vacation at no additional cost. Check out the link to book with them in the description below. And of course, our other sponsor is getawaytoday.com/castle talk. And that is where you can get discount theme park tickets to both Disneyland and Walt Disney World and even Universal and SeaWorld and Legoland and cruising. You can do so much travel with them. They were the original Disneyland ticket partner. They have been in business since 1990, helping families save on Disney vacations, and they also keep you up to date on the Disney news that affects your vacation, and we love that about them. You will get the best deals that are exclusive to our listeners by going to getawaytoday.com/castle talk. And again, let me know in the comments, what are some of the little changes, such as taking away animators and putting in an animatronic in recordings, that make a huge difference to you, and it can be in a positive or a negative light. Let us know in the comments.